Bar and new TNT champion, and you, yes, you, right now are listening to the
Bob Culture Podcast.
Bob Culture Podcast.
Yeah, thank you, sir.
Nothing between the lines of the page or at a time. Forgiveness is for angels with its angel bells and a line that did no second chance or redemption can be found. But you can't run the devil and the devil is running you down.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we live welcome into a very special 2022 Royal Rumble Predictions Panel episode of the BCP. Very excited to welcome in some BCP All-Stars at this time. Please welcome back. We always like to have, for the Royal Rumble, a BCP OG. So happy to have him back, the cooker of meats, the man, the myth, the legend himself, the Anti-Smark, our good friend for the popbreak.com, Mr. Matt Wittes. What's up, bro? How are you, man?
Thank you. How am I doing? I'm doing hydrated, caffeinated, highly motivated. Time to go to work.
Yeah, and that's just a fact of life, my man. Rocking the BCP tee, as always. I love the shameless promo, my man. Available now on tpublic.com. And, of course, we have to welcome her in. The list goes on and on, but she is the goodest sister. A little 360 spin right there. She's got the chalkboard. She's feeling it. She's ready to go. She wants to fight forever with our next guest, but please welcome in. You know her from Kimmy Talks Wrestling, the popbreak.com, Damage 365 Promotions, Rack Attack Promotions. There's so many more things. Maria Kanellis' personal protege, the prodigy princess of professional wrestling, Miss Kimmy So Kool. Kimmy, welcome in. What's up?
That spin was high key, I wasn't ready for it. So, Rob, I have to tell you, you got to add something big to your intro.
Okay. All right.
Because I can't believe I'm announcing this. I'm so excited to announce that at WrestleCon in Dallas, I will be working with the big event with the one and only Paul White.
Hey. Oh, well, there it is. That's awesome.
It's the big event.
Yeah, why not think of that? Yes. So
that was really good. I like that.
Congrats. Yeah, that's never going away. Well, congrats, Kimmy. Keep killing it, and thank you for making time for us. And let's introduce your arch nemesis, #Fight Forever. You know him from the popbreak.com. You know him as the Mr. Perfect of the BCP, and you know him from the Closet Champion. Please welcome in our good friend, Mr. Mike Mueller. Mueller, what's up, bro? How are you?
Not too much, Rob. Doing great. As always, it is an honor and privilege for you to have me on your show. So you are very welcome for that.
It's true. It really is, man. Now, Mike, so in tune with WWE booking. This Rumble, I'm just going to say right out the gate, let's put it this way, guys. And can we have that? We'll start with the men's Rumble. Let's just start out hot. Oh. Let's just start out hot. I know you guys want to get into it. Kimmy, I know you have some theories. Kimmy, if you can pull up the list of competitors for me, that would be fantastic. Thank you. I'll bring it in with this. This is a tough Rumble for me. I've been thinking all week, obviously life and all that stuff, but I'm having a hard time picking anyone for either of these Rumbles. Usually Rumbles are, we've had some people on Rumble shows where it's pretty safe predictions. We've had perfect picks. Nunez's debut, he had perfect show. And now we're talking about, the fun of the booking with Mickie James coming in. Is this a crack in or a forbidden door? Is this something else? All the speculation is a lot of fun, a lot of fantasy booking for the fans. If I'm WWE, I'm milking this for all it's worth. Get people to tune into the pay-per-view if I am doing something, if I'm not doing something. It's a solid card. I'm not going to lie. Royal Rumble is always super exciting for a lot of reasons. This is going to be a lot of fun, a lot of fantasy booking, a lot of Seth Rollins from Kimmy, I already know. But it's going to be great. Let's talk about the men's Royal Rumble. Guys, thank you for joining us in the chat. If you're on YouTube, please smash that subscribe button. If you're on Facebook, go over to YouTube and smash that subscribe button. Please join us in the chat. We are live. Let us know what you guys think. We'll be very interactive with the chat tonight. Kimmy, can you tell us who is in the men's Royal Rumble officially besides Johnny Knoxville?
Oh, I thought you were. Okay. Do you not see it says the Rollins Rumble? That's what we're calling this event. The
Go ahead.
Rollins Rumble. So we have
It's too
Johnny
early.
Knox. You know, like it's 9:38. If you're saying
Mike's
it's
like, I
too
can't.
early. So anyway, before I was really interrupted, we have Johnny Knoxville, Sheamus, AJ Styles, Kevin Owens, Big E, Damian Priest, Baron Corbin, Madcap Moss, Kofi Kingston, Angela Dawkins, Montez Ford, Austin Theory, Dominic Mysterio, Sami Zayn, Chad Gable, Otis, Omos, Randy Orton, Rey Mysterio, Riddle, Robert Roode, and Dolph Ziggler.
Wow. Yeah, I'm already having trouble right now. I'm just gonna listen to you guys and hear what you have to say. Let's because you guys are gonna go at it. You guys are gonna go at it. Mike and Kim are gonna go at it. We know this. Matt, let's have the voice of reason here. Let's have some facts, some Matt facts, if you will. What do you got for us, bro? Oh, wait, that's TM.
Matt facts.
Copyrighted.
Somebody brought it up on the message boards. We've got 8 former world champions listed for this Rumble right now.
My man.
9, I think, if you count Robert Roode. I think he held Impact's title. I could be
Correct.
wrong about that one. And nobody's really jumping out as something clear or somebody that's all that exciting, to be honest.
You're going Corbin. Just say it.
You know what? He did make my short list.
Well, okay.
Really?
It's one of the safer guess you got on there. But
Okay.
I think we're looking at either Big E to get some of his mojo back, or Sheamus for what we thought was going to be a last ride like 3 years ago. He's kind of in the best shape he's been in years, but they told him he was on borrowed time back then. So out of that list, although those are not my top pick, either one, and
Okay.
that is to be somebody who has not been listed, like The Witcher. I'm choosing the law of surprise. It's somebody that has not been mentioned that's going to come in. Who that is, I don't know. For the match itself, like it's too early for Omos, but they're going to give him that Diesel spot where he's going to come in. He's going to throw out 5-6 guys in 2 minutes.
Yes, sir.
One surprise I brought up to you earlier, Rob. Long-standing history of people coming off that announce desk.
I think you're right.
Mueller do it. We saw Booker T do it. We saw Michael Cole do it. Pat McAfee has a pretty good match under his belt, but Corey Graves has been cleared to come back. Corey Graves proven that you can have an attainable physique, a lot of tattoos, a bad attitude, get injured, be out for 7 years, and still not be bitter and useless.
Wow, shots at Punk.
A little bit.
Wow.
He made
Unbelievable.
he did something. He did something with himself for 7 years. But this, as far as people who haven't been named yet, we're gonna see some of the NXT guys coming in for this.
Gunter.
They are definitely going. I can see Grayson Waller coming in and everybody turning around and guy just picking him up and tossing him right out, like I think they did to the Miz that one year.
Yeah.
They could get the Creed brothers or Briggs and Jensen in there as fillers. Just maybe Legato, just some bodies to go in and go out. Maybe Braun Breaker. If LA Knight hits that leaping superplex,
Yeah.
that would definitely pop the crowd. I remember a couple of years ago, Elias did something similar. It was just a hop from the floor to the top turnbuckle, and it popped the crowd. He was everybody's favorite guy for 10 seconds.
Wow. So final answer though, man. Who do you
Final
got?
answer is question mark.
Yeah, right?
Oh,
Wow.
The final is question mark.
Wow.
It is nobody that is listed right now. Nobody that's listed right now is going to be the one going.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think it's
see it be Big E. I would love to see it be, Sheamus or Corbin, but I think it's going to be somebody who is yet to be named.
Yeah, I agree with that. There's so much, we tease like Forbidden Doors and fantasy booking. I don't want to go down that road quite yet, but I'm open to your guys' theories. We're thinking of some returns. I think it has to go that way for sure. Because usually going into this, there's some momentum. There's someone like, with Bianca last year, it's like, it's got to be Bianca. With Big E, it's like, it's got to be Big E. And I don't see anyone, no disrespect to anybody right now. I'm not feeling that with anyone right now. To be fair, a lot of people have been released.
It's almost like they can't build a narrative to save their lives.
Oh my God. Wait.
Maybe
Matt,
that's what's going on.
Well,
Matt, you know what they should do?
what?
They should take Braun Strowman, since he's all about writing his narrative in Ring of Honor, and like tie it in together.
Yeah, we'll see.
It's very possible.
Yeah.
There are plenty of people that have been let go in the past year or the last few months that could come back in for a payday. We're seeing it elsewhere in the night.
Yeah.
And just as far as the Forbidden Door goes, I would be surprised if we saw more people from Impact when they're already advertising somebody for Impact. Like if they're bringing in Moose, they should be mentioning Moose.
Yeah.
Mind you, because they should, that doesn't mean that they would.
Yeah.
But
Well, in the chat, I want to go to the chat and I'll throw it over to Mr. Mueller. People are saying Moose is coming. Well, Kimmy, you got to take it home, so that's a good thing. A lot of people in the chat, they were asking about NXT guys coming in. You guys cover that. Welcome in, Lizette. Nick, thank you for joining, guys. Please hit that subscribe button on YouTube. Please follow the show, the Bob Culture Podcast. Moose is coming in the chat. People talking about Lacey Evans. People talking about ROH coming in. We are not getting buried by Facebook tonight. I'm very surprised, guys. Welcome in. Reese, Michael Sullivan, John Perry, everybody. Kimmy So Kool in the chat saying Moose is not coming. She's already talking in the chat. Let's throw it to Mr. Mueller because I know you've
how do
had
you
some
multitask like that?
Yeah, he's had some
That's incredible.
great theories. Guys, please share the stream. Mike, you have been so in tune with WWE booking. It's scary, man. What do you got for us?
Sadly, I have. And let's get the first thing out of the way. The only time I'm going to agree with Kimmy all night, Moose is not coming. And I'm going to say this in as nice of a way as possible, but nobody is going to give a crap in the arena. If it's a surprise and it's Moose, 90% of people are going to say who's Moose because 90% of WWE fans don't watch Impact. I mean, the numbers don't lie. So it's not a surprise entrance. Like if you wanted to announce him beforehand and so people could learn who he is and they're like, oh, cool. But no one, he will get no reaction. So I don't think they're going to do that. I agree with Matt, Mr. Anti-Smark. It is someone that has not been announced yet. And I don't know if you can smell it.
Oh, here we go.
Do you smell it?
No, I don't.
There's someone in the kitchen. There's someone in the kitchen cooking, and I think it's The Rock,
Matt.
Dwayne Johnson, our future president of the United States. The Rock is going to enter the Royal Rumble at number 30. He's going to win. I also agree with Matt. We're saying they haven't built a narrative around this. They haven't built a narrative around it because the surprise entrant is going to win. So you can't what are you going to build up? You can't, there isn't the story to tell of the winner if you're not announcing who the winner is. I do want to say I've been calling this for a year, so I'd be kind of stupid for me to back off now.
I respect it.
It was predicated on the fact that I thought we'd have a few more Roman Reigns versus Brock Lesnar matches already, and we wouldn't do that at WrestleMania. I can still come up with a million narratives for what we can do, and we'll get into it. But yeah, it's not going to be anybody that's been listed. If it's anybody that's been listed, it's Big E. But I don't know. I wasn't feeling Drew going into 2020, and that proved me wrong. But I'm just not feeling Big E as a very exciting winner for this year. I feel like his title run wasn't the best, which is not his fault. He's a great champion. He's a great entertainer. I just thought the booking was horrible. And I just don't know if that win at the point is going to get it back for him. I don't know. So I'm sticking with The Rock just because I've been doing it for so long. And I think we're getting Rock and Roman Reigns twice at WrestleMania, this being the first one and next year being the second one. So we shall see. That's what, The Rock and Roman Reigns. Yeah. They'll do like what they did with Rock and Cena. They'll do with Rock and Reigns. That's my thought on it. So yeah, I'm going. I've come too far now to back off my pick. So I'm going with The Rock, and I'm hoping he shows up. Otherwise, I'm going to look really stupid.
And I cannot wait for it.
Of course she can.
I like it. Before we throw it to the goodest sister in the chat, people saying Alberto Del Rio may come back. I don't know how popular that would be. People are saying I would love a real plot twist where Riddle turns on Orton and shows a darker side. That's interesting. That could be fun, but I don't see that happening. What the stuff they're doing right now is gold, but you never know. Maybe Michael Sullivan, welcome in. Maybe The Rock shows up and costs Roman the title because their match doesn't need the title. Interesting. That's another way to go. Rikishi coming in as a surprise. This is great stuff in the chat, guys. Thank you for tuning in. Again, please share. Please subscribe on YouTube. And let us know who you guys got to win this thing before we throw it to the goodest sister, because I know she's just going to just run over what Mike just said.
It's fine.
Okay, so first of all, Mike, you need to get one thing straight here. Roman is not winning his match against Rollins.
Okay.
So first of all, Rollins will be facing the winner of the Royal Rumble. Let's get that thing perfectly clear. You could all tell me no, that's fine. But on Saturday, when this match happens and then Rollins wins, I expect a text from each and every person here on this podcast to say, you know what, Kimmy, you were right.
Deal.
So, amazing. So here we go. So
I will buy you a pizza. I will order you guys a pizza.
Amazing.
I'm not
that
buying you
great.
anything.
Of course you're not. That just sounds up to par for you. So let's get a couple things straight here. We have 9 spots to fill. And there's a lot of people that have yet to be announced. First of all, Shinsuke Nakamura, where's your IC champion? He has yet to be announced for the Royal Rumble. Rick Boogs, Edge and Miz can come in after their mixed tag team match, which we'll get into. Apollo Crews, Dabba-Kato, Cesaro, Ricochet. Listen, Brock, Roman, Bobby, and Seth all have chances to go into the Royal Rumble, depending on where this match is on the card. Because if you're going based off what they're saying, Reigns and Rollins is main eventing this thing. And that's not even me being biased. That's what they're saying. Okay, Mike?
It's Roman Reigns. He should. He can carry
Amazing.
anyone in a main event, even Seth Rollins.
Oh, you mean when Rollins carries
Stay on point,
Reigns?
Kimmy. Stay on point. Stay on
Okay.
point.
We were talking about NXT a little bit. Cameron Grimes can enter. Walter
Where's
can
Mike when you
enter.
need him?
Mike's
To the moon.
Exactly.
Yeah.
to the moon.
Oh yeah.
I need a soundboard.
Shout out to that. You do need a soundboard.
Working on it for the Brock scream. Go ahead, Kimmy.
Corey Graves I put on here. Elias, because where the hell is he? Finn Balor, Jinder Mahal. Veer is coming at the Royal Rumble, guys. Forget all these. He's coming at Raw. He's coming at the Royal Rumble. Mace, T-Bar, wow. Mansoor, Pete Dunne, Tommaso Ciampa, R-Truth, Reggie, and then if we're really going to free Mustafa Ali, then they'll put Mustafa Ali in the Rumble. But here we are. We're going to pick who Seth Rollins will be facing in WrestleMania because this is exactly how it's going to go. So I have 2 winners that are a little out there, and I didn't take a risk. I picked somebody that was announced. So I'm going with either Kevin Owens, because Owens is going to turn on Rollins. Their whole tag team is going to be, demolished, and then Owens is going to beat Rollins at Mania and win the title, or AJ's going to win if AJ's not versing Edge.
Very interesting. This is tough. Guys, thank you again for joining the chat. You guys all bring really valid points. Like, we don't have a lot to work with, like Matt was saying earlier. Again, going to the chat real quick. Guys, thank you so much, man. We got a full room tonight. Guys, please share all that good stuff. People are talking about Seth. People jumping on the bandwagon, following Mueller a little bit, saying, I think The Rock is going to come back. Look at that. People saying Walter versus Brock. That would be fun. Xavier.
Who's Walter?
We're not doing that. We're just not going there.
No.
They forced us. They forced our hand. So I'm calling him Gunter.
Even like, I'm not a fan of like rebranding in general, especially when you have someone that's so popular. Just from a business perspective, take out all the other stuff, which is a whole nother conversation. That being said, Nick, thank you. First time seeing the BCP. Thank you so much. Please subscribe. We got a lot of great interviews on YouTube. Thank you guys so much. This is great. This is a great night. Thank you guys. Shameless promo. This is tough because there's not a lot we can work with here. I'm surprised no one brought up, because on a lot of other shows they're talking about like Cody coming in, this and that. The only reason I could see that coming in is some sort of barter or trade or business for
because there will be no forbidden door in the men's Royal Rumble.
Yeah, so it doesn't seem like anyone's really talking about that. Oh, Eric Van Sluten, right on point. What's up, bro? Saying Cody Rhodes. So then maybe he will be. I don't know. I don't have a lot to work with here. I've been thinking all week. I don't have an answer. but I'll give you, Kim, you're gonna hate me. I'm going with Mueller on this one.
I just
Finally.
broke a piece of chalk on the desk. Hold up here.
Oh, I won him over.
I mean, it's Survivor Series. That made all the sense in the world for him to come back. They
wait,
teased
look what
it.
I
I don't know
did.
what that
Look
was.
what
I didn't
I
even watch that pay-per-view. It was. I'm sorry, Chalk. I'm so sorry, Chalk. People saying Undertaker, Jericho. Wow. Thank you guys so much for joining the chat. I gotta go. And again, I don't want to be like fantasy booking. Like, I don't see really any breadcrumbs aside from that weird tease at Survivor Series, whatever that was. This is not a confident pick, but it would be cool to see Big E repeat. But other than that, I don't.
Big E's not repeating.
Yeah, Big E's never won.
And Rock versus Roman, that needs like no more Brock versus Roman. Just no more. Like,
Amen
it's
to
great.
that.
I like what Brock's doing. I like what Roman's doing. But just because they're on different sides or they're different personas, like, doesn't mean they have to fight again. Give me the Rock. I don't like waiting for things either. Not because I'm impatient. It's because people get older. They have schedules. They get injured. If there's a way for The Rock and Roman Reigns to fight this year, let's make it happen. I don't like fantasy booking, but just I don't have anything else. It's going to be someone returning. It's going to be someone unannounced. It's going to be someone maybe in a match from earlier coming in and win it, but I have to go The Rock. Do I feel confident about it? No, but I think it could make sense and pop of the night. Kimmy, you have so politely been raising your hand. Go ahead.
So I have a realistic question for you and Mike then.
Yeah.
I don't
So
feel
you
confident.
No, so you just ultimately think we're going to forget about the whole who gets Paul Heyman, and we're going to forget about all of that.
I mean, it
just
wouldn't be the
because
first
Reigns-
time. Like,
If you're saying no, because that's the thing. Because you're saying that the Rock and Reigns is going to happen to Mania. You don't see them doing Rock and Brock.
I don't
and
want it. I'm in denial.
It's
I
going to
think.
happen.
I believe you. I've seen
This is how they're
yeah.
because here's the thing: they have not sold out AT&T Stadium, and they need to sell out that stadium for 2 nights. Brock brings ratings. Reigns brings ratings. This is how you sell out your stadium.
But
So that
why not
match is
have
still
one
gonna
on each
happen.
night?
Yes.
Because the woman's going to main event night 1.
And that's going to sell the tickets.
Yeah, and here's the thing: if we see Brock and Roman, I can easily see Brock and Roman happening with no titles involved.
Ooh.
Oh my God, that's even better. So you think Rollins is going to beat Reigns
Because
anyway?
do you need it? I
Give
could
me
not to get ahead of ourselves here, but I could certainly see that something happening Saturday night that makes it happen.
Go ahead, Mike.
I just a couple things. One, Kimmy, I do want to say I do like the AJ Styles pick only because they're going to somebody. If you're in a heated feud in the moment, you're usually not winning the Royal Rumble. There are a few exceptions to that, but for the most part, it's not something that where you already have a storyline going. And AJ's kind of been floating after the almost thing without a whole lot of direction. So if they did want to give him a push, that would be a good pick. But 2, you're forgetting 1, it's kind of already established who Paul Heyman is going with unless they do a swerve. He seems to be pretty firmly in Brock Lesnar's corner. And 2, also, don't we have Elimination Chamber in between now and then?
Yeah,
Why couldn't it happen there?
because something else is going to happen there.
Oh,
Okay.
there's-
Good counterpoint. Excellent. So just
it's
I
tough.
don't appreciate your sass.
No, you
like,
know what?
I have a good point.
To be fair, we don't have a lot to work with. I do want to keep it moving. Nick in the chat saying you all got my sub. I feel like I need like a graph. Everyone just clap for Nick. Thank you for subbing
All right,
the channel.
Nick.
We keep this
Welcome
up.
to the
guys,
team, man.
Welcome to the team. Will Raleigh Sport on YouTube chiming in. Hi guys, I think Bobby winning, then Brock goes into the Rumble and wins it. Interesting. Brock, I could see him doing some crazy stuff. Nick Kern saying I'm an independent wrestler in North Carolina. Oh, well, we love independent wrestling. Congrats. Everyone give Nick a follow for sure. Thank you guys so much for joining. Let's go to our next match. I am actually kind of hyped for this one. I want to see what you guys think. Becky Lynch defending her Raw Women's Championship against I can't say it. Against Piper Niven. A big fan. I'm excited for this one. It's one of those things like with Roman. It's like, when can Becky lose the title? Do you guys think this is a situation, even though Doudrop or Piper Niven is fairly new in the Raw world? Do you think that Doudrop has a chance to win this one here? Let's start with Matt.
I'm going to say no. In fact, of all the matches going on tonight, I think this is the closest thing we got to a lead pipe lock. I think that Becky is probably a fan of Piper, and she's going to give her a lot during this match. This is another thing of exactly like, we were all supposed to boo Becky, like 3 weeks ago because she was picking on Liv Morgan, and now all of a sudden, like, it's weird because we were all supposed to. For some reason, they think that we want to boo the person who's being mean. No, we like mean Becky. That's how she was, by cheating and talking shit and all of that, and eventually decided, what's Stone Colder? She's winning without cheating, and she's just badass, and maybe she gets some of that back on Saturday night. Like I said, she's gonna take a beating and a half. I think Piper's gonna toss her around, gonna ragdoll her real good. But when it comes out, big time Bex is on a big time stage. It's a big show. She's gonna get a big win. She's gonna beat the monster to be the hero.
Interesting, Kimmy.
So today is the 3-year anniversary of Becky and Seth winning their respective Royal Rumbles. And in 2022, they're both going to win their respective matches again. Becky Lynch, it's going to be a 5-minute match. Becky's going to do-drop Piper, whatever the hell you want to call them. She's going to toss her around. Becky's going to get the sheep roll up, holding the rope. That's when the match is going, and it's going to be 5 minutes. Easy win for Becky to then face the winner of the Women's Royal Rumble. And there you go.
Kimmy, I think you knocked it out of the park on that one, and I like that you said it's going to be kind of a cheap, like, little thing that Becky's going to get the win or a DQ or something like that. I think you're on point with that one. Mike, do you agree with Kimmy?
Yeah, well, I agree that Becky Lynch is definitely going to win. I don't see Doudrop having much of a chance in this, but I do tend to lean a little bit more with Matt in the sense of I think that Doudrop is going to get a lot of offense in. I think she's going to be made to look really good, whether it's just like a personal friendship that they have and Becky's just going to make sure her fellow European competitor goes over or whatever it is. I'm happy that we're seeing some fresh faces at the top of the card, even if they're not winning yet. It's nice to see them give Liv that shot. It's nice to see them give Piper Niven and Doudrop this shot, because you can't say that someone's not ready for the main event if you never put them in the main event. Like, how will you ever know if they're ready for the title or not if you don't give them that opportunity to shine? So this is not going to be Doudrop's championship celebration, but if she can impress and she can look good on the big stage, maybe we can revisit this in a few months, or at the very least just run it again at Elimination Chamber or something and give her a little bit more momentum. I can see it being that cheap victory. Becky's been getting a lot of those lately, and it plays into her persona very well of just kind of doing whatever it takes. But yeah, you're still really forcing this heel narrative with Becky Lynch. And the fact is she's just too charismatic and she's too good and people want to cheer for her. That's just, how do you not, so everything that they give her, she just turns to gold. So I can see them slowly transitioning her back into more of that tweener, leaning on the side of face. But for now, since she's still in heel mode, I think she's going to get her ass kicked and she's going to win by taking the low road.
Yeah. Also a big time hashtag wrestling fashion nominee every week. Matt, you got something, brother?
Just going back to the idea that this is going to be a bit of a coming out party for Piper, Doudrop, Niven, Viper, is that right now they released Nia Jax. And right now, it looks like Raquel Gonzalez is not in the elevated position that she was at this time last year. Persia Parada is not there yet. She's still very new. They don't have a female monster, and that's going to be Doudrop until they find something else going on.
So is she going to go in the Rumble, or is that what you're?
No, I'm just saying that's why I think they're going to really shine her up on this one to show her off. They've been doing it for the last few weeks.
Yeah, yes, exactly.
There's no one else kind of in her spot.
There's nobody else really there to be, the brute of the women's division.
She's been looking very, very strong. The name.
She's a great wreckler.
We've been a fan for a long time. Like, I'm glad that she's on Raw and all that. the name I don't even want to get into it. But
I loved the name when it was Eva Marie degrading her. Like it worked because it was horrible. Yeah, for the story. But it's when Eva Marie was gone, I was like, all right, cool, we're getting Piper Niven back. And still waiting on that to happen.
Yeah, it's a solid.
Aren't we all?
Yeah, I don't know, but they made her look really, really strong, and I'm actually very excited for this match itself. You guys are going to tease me a little bit. I almost picked Piper Niven Dewdrop to win this one because they made her look so great and strong. Because I didn't pick it, but
thank God. I think I taught you something.
I'm getting buried right here. I think they've made her look so great. I'm really interested in this. And who's going to stop Becky? You know, like Mike was saying, Becky is money. Becky is #wrestling fashion, like we always say here. But just like maybe it's the powerhouse that's going to stop her. Maybe it's going to be one of these things where the money's in the chase kind of a thing. That being said, I don't think it's going to happen here, but I would like to see, and I'm usually not a person who likes to see like rematches and stuff, but I would like to see this play out a little bit further. I'm really into this. This is one of the few things that I've attached to. Maybe that's just me, and I think this is going to be great. People in the chat talking about Dana Brooke. The 24/7 title maybe changing hands in the Rumble for sure.
No, because they were talking about me entering the Royal Rumble and then me eliminating Dana Brooke and then winning the. You got to
wait. They were saying. Oh, I did see Kimmy chant. So wait, they're talking about Kimmy entering there. I gotta go. So people talking about
like the St. Louis. Here we go.
Talking about people are picking Kimmy to win the Royal Rumble and the 24/7 championship. People
Nunez
talking about
50-1.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. People saying Ronda's
Are you
coming
gonna put
back.
money on me?
We'll talk about that. I said I'd get you a pizza if Rollins wins. So there you go.
I'm sorry.
All right, let's move on. Let's talk about The Miz and Maurice taking on Edge and Beth Phoenix. This was telegraphed a little bit. This should be really fun. This is a solid card. I'm excited for this one. Edge is, I thought Edge. They've both been in the business for a while. Edge obviously much longer, but Edge hasn't really been that like putting people over guy. Like he's got his W's here and there, like major ones too. Adding stats, padding the resume a little bit. A loss isn't going to hurt either one of these teams in any way. This one I really feel could go either way. It really could. I don't think this is a matter of like putting someone over or passing the torch in any form or fashion. So I don't really have anything on this. Mike, what are your thoughts on this one, bud?
So I am a huge mark for Beth Phoenix. When I first got back into wrestling, she was one of the first people that like hooked me. Because I grew up. The last time I was watching wrestling was like 2000, 2001, and the divas were not what they were now. And here's this amazing athlete that's incredible and can do all this stuff and has like the greatest finisher of all time. So personally, I'm going with Edge and Beth Phoenix just because it would break my heart a little bit too much to see Beth Phoenix back after that long out of the ring and to lose, even if she doesn't eat the pin, if Miz pins Edge. I just really want to see her glam slam Maurice so hard. And that's like, I can't get past it. My brain won't let that not happen. So I'm going to say Edge and Beth get the victory, specifically Beth pinning Maurice. Like you said, both of these teams could eat a loss. It's not derailing anybody's championship run in the future. Like they're established, they're set. It's not going to hurt them. But I just don't see Beth Phoenix's first match in how long coming back and being a loss.
WrestleMania 35 or the Royal Rumble last year.
What did she do at WrestleMania 35?
She was in the Fatal 4-Way Women's Tag Team match where she teamed with Natalya when the Iconics won.
Okay, yeah, no, I mean like a one-on-one match.
Oh, yeah, that hasn't been since she retired in 2013.
Yeah, so, it's been that long since she's had like a showcase featured match. I think she's got to win.
Interesting, Kimmy.
Yeah. So there's some history with this. So Maurice and Beth are the first two women to wrestle across 3 different decades in the 2000s, the 2010s, and the 2020s. So yay, history. Hey, stats guy down there, did you know that? Mr. Mike?
No, I don't follow Maurice's career.
They kind of broadcasted this as like a main thing, but whatever, it's okay. I just got one stat over Mike. It's a miracle. Anyway, I'm surprised this isn't at WrestleMania because Bill and I were talking about this. I don't know where Miz goes from here because he can't go after the U.S. title because they did that with Priest 100 million times last year. So I'm kind of shocked that they didn't save this for Mania. This is obviously going to be Edge and Beth all the way. I see not Maurice, but I see 3 out of the 4 competitors in this match, obviously entering their respective Royal Rumbles. But I see this match opening the card on Saturday.
Very well said. Kimmy, you got some good points. I'm going to go the other way. I'm going to go with my boy, the guy who got me my USA Network debut, who's held the Bobster title back there himself, The Miz, the A-lister, and his beautiful wife, Maurice. I think they're going to take the dub on this one because Miz is going to be talking about it every single week, and that's going to be the point of this. That's going to be the payoff because I'm trying to figure out what that's going to be. Miz, we don't have to recap about his career or what he does on the mic or how he makes every title that he has, and I'm gonna go the other way. I'm gonna go with my guy, The Miz, because he got me on USA Network. Thanks for not taking out the BCP logo and post, guys. USA Network, I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Anti-Smark, what do you got?
No, it's Edge and Beth. It's Edge and Beth. Now, here's the thing. Like, I think out of all of them, Beth is not likely to come back as a full-time competitor right now. Maurice definitely isn't. Although who knows? Apparently, as is making the rounds, the $12.5 million mansion that Miz and Maurice have been living in, and you've seen on Miz and Mrs. on USA Network, is they're moving. They're unloading that and moving. Maybe they're moving to Orlando. Maybe she's going to start getting some reps in.
Oh, guys, want to pitch in and buy that house?
Let's do it.
I'm good.
Just a little shy on that.
Okay, all right.
Let me get you next month.
I'm good to hear
I
the
can buy
BCP.
you like $50 if you.
Waiting for my numbers to come in.
There you go.
I'm playing my numbers down at the barber shop and waiting for that. I think the spot of the night is definitely going to be Miz getting in, doing his greatly underrated heelish move set of the kneeling DDT, the kicks to the chest, just the all that kind of like sniveling heel, like once he gets the advantage, and Edge is going to make that tag, and Edge makes that tag, and Maurice dukes her shorts, and Beth comes in and just Barbie busts her, and that's it.
Interesting. All right. Well, I guess I'm the only one on the other side of this. Reese in the chat saying grit couple over it couple. I like that one. Very, very nicely said.
They have merch that says that.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say that's brilliant. I like that. All about the puns, and that's Pun Disputed. Let's take it to a match we've been waiting for a long time. I tuned into that day one pay-per-view because of that fatal five-way or five-way dance, whatever you want to call it. And I really enjoyed that match. I wish it was longer, but it, more spots in Cruella's wardrobe, as we always say. It was awesome. It was cool to see like Bobby Lashley and Brock interact. They've been not even teasing it, not really acknowledging it for the longest time. Now we've had that interaction. Now we've had the promos. Now it's time to see them go one-on-one. I don't see Brock losing here. I don't think anyone is going to pick Lashley, no disrespect. It would be very cool. I hope this is just one of those ones, like we always say here on the show, the real winners are the fans. I'm more of a high-flying kind of guy, but I'm excited for this one. I really am. I think they're going to put on a great show. I'm going to say Brock obviously retains the WWE Championship here. Let's throw it to Matt. Does Lashley get the dub?
I could actually see that. Under a particular set of circumstances, during the supposed main event, the Usos will be barred from ringside in Roman and Seth's match. They're not barred from ringside at Brock and Bobby's match. Brock and Roman don't like each other. Usos might have something to do with that. They might go in there and interfere in that match, giving it to Bobby. That frees Brock up to go after another title or to return in kind later in the night. So, I mean, the smart money, I mean, you got to be going towards, it's going to be Brock possibly title for title or unification, whatever. But I can definitely see that going on with Bobby. So maybe it's just wishful thinking on my part because I just love the toboggan ride where nothing gets steered and nobody knows where it's going. I'll go with Bobby.
All right.
Wow, really? Very, very interesting. Welcome in, Lynn Ward, Damian Jones. Good evening to the entire panel. First-time viewer, Damian, welcome in. Please subscribe
All right,
to us on
Damian.
YouTube for more. Welcome. Thank you guys for joining. More spots in Corell's wardrobe. Lizette, thank you. That's pun disputed. You know the deal, how we do it here. Mike, your thoughts on this one?
Yeah, I don't think this is a slam dunk for Brock. There's a lot of shenanigans that could be going on, like Matt said, with the Usos or with Reigns, or if this is a swerve and Paul is going to go back to Roman, maybe they could do that here. I don't know. I'm going to pick Brock. Officially, Brock's my pick, but it's not as clear cut as I think a lot of people think it's going to be. I'm hoping it lives up to the hype. I don't see it. And my real question is, who's the face in this match?
Brock.
Because who?
Brock.
Oh, well, then why is he so goddamn unlikable? Like, I don't like either of these people. Like him asking Corey Graves if Corey wanted him to get naked in the like, what was that
weird.
about?
That was
like,
weird.
it was weird. It's weird. It's awkward. He's a jerk. He's Bobby
Listen, I don't
Heenan.
write
He's being silly, I guess.
But I guess, but it's
write
not
the
like
product.
And you like silly, Mike.
I like silly and fun, but he doesn't do silly and fun well for a good reason. This is what we get. I don't
He's
like
not
this
really-
Brock Lesnar. I don't root for
He's
him.
not a socialized Homo sapien. You know that.
He's not. He lives in the woods and
He lives in the woods. He sees more elk than people.
That's very true.
People than elk, for all we know. I wouldn't put it past him. He was found in a block of ice by the guy claiming to be his dad in field somewhere. They unthawed him, shaved him down, called him a person.
He called him a person. Yeah. Yeah. I don't like either of these guys, and I'm not. Whoever they're trying to get me to root for, I don't see it, and it's just it's infuriating me. So I'm hoping for a good match. I would not be surprised if Brock dropped the title, but I'm gonna officially pick him. I'm gonna play it safe.
Interesting. And you know what? I think the thing with Brock is it's the shock value of him not being Brock and silly and all that stuff, and people are having fun with it, and he's getting a lot more mic time because usually Paul Heyman does the heavy lifting, and he's doing pretty good on the mic, and it's been fun and silly. You guys remember Brock Party? When he came out with the Money in the Bank. No, the best is when Matt came in with the Crave case, right? He comes in, Matt's coming in doing this thing. I was done. Nothing's
Doing
gonna
the
be
Brock
better.
dance.
I still have that hanging up in our kitchen, by the way. But that was amazing. Kimmy, I know you have a lot to say on this one.
So this match is obviously going to coincide with another match. So to me, it's just a matter of who's going to lose their title. And unfortunately, it won't be Brock. Brock's going to retain his title. And he's going to go on to verse. I don't know why you're shaking your head. Like, this is set to be that Brock is going to go into Mania as champion. Reigns isn't going to beat Brock.
What?
Reigns isn't going to be champion for the later of 2022. And Brock is going to go hasta la vista back to the freaking woods. Like, this is how this match is going to be set up. I don't see any shenanigans. I don't see the Usos or anybody else getting involved. This is going to be a 10-minute big man spot fest. Like, oh my god, I can't believe these two people are doing this. How is the ring having this like strong force, like that BS that they always say? But Brock's winning, and then we move on to the better match that will be taking place this Saturday.
So and you could be right, Kimmy. Again, like you could be
I know
right.
I am.
But I talked to you about picking with your heart. We talked about that.
I'm not picking with my heart. I am 1,000% confident.
Everything is gravitating around one person. Like this whole pay-per-view for you is like orbiting
That's
around.
why it's called the Rollins Rumble. It's
all right.
not called the Royal Rumble. It's the Rollins Rumble.
She's living the gimmick. I respect it.
Yeah.
All right. Let's move on. What do we have left here? Of course, we have
Rollins and Reigns and the Men's Royal Rumble.
Women's
Ladies.
Royal Rumble.
Women's, that's what I meant.
All right, Kimmy, I'll let you take the lead because you've been waiting all night for this one. The Tribal Chief, Roman Reigns, defends his Universal Championship against the former Monday Night Messiah, your personal favorite. You pick with your heart here, Kimmy. Seth frickin' Rollins. What do you got?
Well, first of all, he's not the former because he's still on Raw. He's not on SmackDown officially, so he's still the Monday Night Messiah.
Is he still doing the Messiah thing?
Yeah,
Oh, I
he's a
didn't think-
visionary. He's a Messiah. He's everything. Second of all,
everything? What was
for
I
all
thinking?
for all you Rollins doubters on there, I just want to tell you, Bill picked Rollins to win the men's
I'm
Royal
sorry,
Rumble.
what?
Bill
He
picked
said he picked Rollins to win the men's
the
Royal
men's
Rumble.
Royal Rumble.
So he didn't pick Rollins to win this match.
No, but he had like
Okay.
a fear. But
Okay.
that still means that Rollins is gonna win at the Royal Rumble. See? Anyway, back to my amazing match I've been looking forward to for about a month. This should be the WrestleMania main event. It is on a silver platter. This is the match that we've all been waiting for. Obviously, every time Rollins and Reigns has wrestled for a title, you know what? Stats person, you know who's always won? Seth Rollins.
Oh, Seth Rollins has a great track record against Roman Reigns in title
Oh my
matches.
God, thank you. Thank you for admitting that. And if we're going to go based off rumors and speculations, you know why Rollins was moved to Raw? To beat Big E for the title. You know why he was deemed number one contender at first and they had that match at day one? For Rollins to win the championship. The only person that ruined that was Brock because Reigns got COVID. Rollins is supposed to be champion right now. The original thing was Rollins was supposed to wrestle the winner of the Royal Rumble. So why would they change that? The reason he went to SmackDown to verse Reigns was to keep their original plan. And that is why, ladies and gentlemen, Seth Rollins will be winning the championship. He is going to change it from blue to red. I'm not picking with my heart. I am 1000% confident that Seth Rollins will be champion in 2022. And if we're going to go on a little redemption thing type here, because this is what I also mentioned on my show, you know what happened the last time WrestleMania was in Dallas? You know what Seth Rollins did? He sat in the skybox and cried because he was hurt. WrestleMania 32 was supposed to be his WrestleMania that he led because he was champion. This is his time to finally prove and get that redemption. It's the Rollins redemption tour to Dallas. It is the Rollins Royal Rumble. Seth Rollins is 2022, and Seth Rollins will be your brand new Universal Champion at the end of Saturday's pay-per-view.
Do you have a mic? Because I think you just dropped it. I ain't following that one. Mueller, do you want to bring in a
Sure.
reality check here? I
Sure.
mean, you could be right, Kimmy. I admire your
I
passion.
know I am.
Heck
You
of a
could be right.
promo.
It's-
I admire it. Very well said.
Yeah.
Mike, reel her in.
Sure. Well, Seth Rollins is not winning. That's ridiculous.
So
Look,
are you, but you're still here.
yes, sure am. Someone's got to keep this panel pretty. Look, the fact of the matter is you don't pick against Roman Reigns. Like if you want to go broke, you pick against Roman Reigns. And eventually Roman Reigns is, put your hand down. I just let you talk for 20 minutes and didn't interrupt any of your gibberish. Eventually
Wait,
Roman
you
Reigns
picked
is
against
going
Rollins
to lose.
and I didn't go broke.
All right, Kimmy, hold up.
Originally,
Hold up.
eventually someone is going to beat Roman Reigns, of course, and maybe it'll be Seth Rollins at Royal Rumble. I don't know, but what I do know is that smart people bet on Roman Reigns to win title matches. That's just what you do. So that's what I'm doing here. He's the tribal chief. He will remain the tribal chief. I have one quick question for you guys. Who's supposed to be the face in this match?
Seth Rollins.
Then why is he so goddamn unlikable? Is this sounding familiar? This is the dumbest. Nobody, I don't like any of these four people right now. And Roman Reigns, I think, is the only one I'm supposed to not like. So they're failing miserably on at least two of the other three. Like they're all heel-leaning tweeners. And by the way, Seth Rollins with that laugh will never be a baby face ever. That is the most ridiculous heel, bad acting 101 like laugh I've ever heard in my life. It's obnoxious, it's unlikable, and but if that's what he's supposed to be doing, like it's making me
He
hate
did
him.
that in
which
his
is
face turn in 2018 when he was a baby face. And he did that when he made him at WrestleMania.
Okay. All right.
I'm done. So Roman Reigns. Matt, your thoughts on
Picking
this
Roman
match?
Reigns.
Okay.
Smart man.
You know who to pick.
I just realized something. Mike clued me into it. Not only is Seth Rollins stolen Ike Manjiro's wardrobe with the Technicolor Dreamcoat there, he also stole the late Brian Christopher's laugh to go along with it. It's
Wow.
It is a Brian Christopher laugh.
now, do you know what? I I actually have to keep consistent with this since I picked Bobby in the other one. If they want to, since the Usos are barred from ringside, if they want to, sort of expose Roman as being, maybe, not the tribal chief, maybe there's a chink in the armor, then having Kevin Owens and or Brock Lesnar come down, give him what for, and letting Seth get the cheap win, because, hey, he's done it before at WrestleMania.
Yeah.
That's certainly
the only wins he gets are cheap, but yeah.
Again, we're all sitting here trying to play armchair psychologist and read Vince McMahon's mind, which, oh God, we're all gonna need therapy every
That is a dark, dark forest.
Oh man, because you know what? He got cold feet and pulled it out from Roman's, pulled the rug out from Roman's feet at WrestleMania several years ago. I could see him maybe getting cold feet, say, we'll do Brock versus Roman for Roman's belt at WrestleMania, but I'll go with, just for funsies, I'm going to pick Seth on this one. I think I think Shenanigans Seth is going to,
Shenanigans. Kimmy's so happy right now. Kimmy's so happy. No, I mean, it could go either way. I'd be very surprised. I've been very out of touch, just in general, these past couple months. My picks have been kind of off, so we'll see what happens. I mean, I'm hoping it's just a really fun pay-per-view. And let's move on. Kimmy, I'll be happy for you. You poured your heart and soul into that promo. I'll give you that. I guess we have the Women's Royal Rumble match. Correct me if I'm wrong. I believe that's the last one we have, right?
Yep.
Right.
Kimmy, what do you got for us participant-wise?
All right. We have Dana Brooke, Charlotte, Bianca Belair, Liv Morgan, Rhea Ripley, Natalya, Shotzi Blackheart, Naomi, Aaliyah, Tamina Snuka, Shayna Baszler, Carmella, Zelina Vega, Nikki ASH, Kelly, Impact Knockout Champion Mickie James, Lita, Nikki Bella, Brie Bella, Michelle McCool, and Summer Rae.
Very interesting. This is another one where Shotzi would be cool. That would be very fun, as a fun fantasy booking. I like Shotzi. Mike's face is like, what are you talking about? I love Shotzi. That's just a personal pick.
I do too, but
this is tough.
No Rumble.
All right, Mike. Give us some sort of guide here, because I got nothing.
Sure. So I am, it's a very tall tree and a very thin limb that I am on here, but I am picking another undisclosed participant yet. I'm not big on the dirt sheets. I tend to avoid them. I think they're full of crap, but there is a whole lot of steam behind Ronda Rousey, and her being there would be huge. Nobody in this Rumble right now, I think, is jumping out to me. And the other thing that I want to say is Ronda Rousey is the overwhelming betting favorite. Yes, you can bet on the Royal Rumble with real money. And she has by far got the lowest odds, or best odds, however you want to frame it. And that to me is telling me that somebody knows something, because for someone that's not even announced in the company, let alone in the match, to be the overwhelming betting favorite, I can't ignore that. And if I'm going to go ahead and pick The Rock, who's not announced for it, I might as well go ahead and pick Ronda Rousey, who's not announced for it either. I think they got to pull out big surprises. I think none of the names, none of the legends that they've announced so far, it's all the second tier people. And that's no disrespect to any of them. It's just because they're giving us, all these people are coming back, and that's awesome. So we feel like we kind of know everyone that's going to be there, and we're not going to be surprised when, oh my God, yes, we are going to be surprised when that music hits. So I think that they're saving the best surprises for last, and the most logical surprise to me for the Women's Rumble is Ronda Rousey.
She don't give a damn about her bad reputation.
And she doesn't. And Ronda versus Becky at WrestleMania is freaking money.
That's where everyone's going.
That sells tickets.
It will. Everyone's chiming in on the chat. They're saying the same thing. Conrad, welcome in from Everything Pro Wrestling. Check him out as well. Thanks so much, bro. Everything you're saying makes perfect sense. It's a smart bet, like you said, man. Just statistically,
Yeah. or Dana Brooke. I'm just kidding.
Hey, former guest.
I'm
We love
kidding.
Dana. We love Dana Brooke.
I love Dana.
Former guest on the Pop Break. Love
title
love
for
Dana.
title.
Love Dana.
24/7 title for the Raw
Let's do it.
Women's title.
Love
Let's
Dana.
do it.
Um,
Book it.
It makes so much sense, man. I hate to pick against it, but I am not. I don't want her to beat me up. I'm just not about Ronda in the WWE. Like, I'm just not like that. I don't know how that match would go. I mean, yeah, it's a marquee for sure, but I don't want it. I don't mean to be disrespectful. I don't want that. Is anyone else picking Ronda? No?
No.
All right. Let's throw it to Matt first.
Yeah, that's the best answer I've heard so far.
Thanks.
Currently listed here, I'm looking at the names. You know, Charlotte's a safe bet, but we've seen it 100 times. Shayna, possibly Carmella, maybe, but I'd love to see Rhea get something back and get going. Looking through, the people coming back from, retirement, Hall of Fame, or Impact. In fact, when Mickey James was mentioned, I'm like, maybe we could see Nick Aldis on the men's side, but he's not even carrying the NWA title anymore. Maybe some people do remember Trevor Murdoch and wonder what he's doing there if he walks in there with the NWA title. No, Ronda does make the most sense if they're going to, close out night one with Becky versus anybody. Ronda Rousey is that marquee. She's been away a bit, but hey, who hasn't at some point or another? During that three-way at MetLife Stadium.
Yeah.
I mean, there was multiple reasons why Charlotte was involved. One, because that was their plan the whole time. And, Becky caught fire. The other one is that, do they 100% trust Ronda to have a full, main event match?
Ding, ding, ding.
Maybe not. And, Charlotte helped shore that up between Charlotte and Becky together. That's, 2/3 just locked down. And then anything that Ronda got right was gravy. And she got most of it right. Kind of petered out towards the end. And looking down this list, there's not a whole lot of people I could see coming in that aren't listed. Looking at NXT, I can see them bring in, Persia Parada and Indy Hartwell to come in, be bodies, give Persia a couple, big power moves to kind of get people interested. Hey, who's this? And maybe tune into NXT. Maybe Nikita Lyons again, just to get some eyes on her. Who knows what's going on with Raquel Gonzalez? Apparently her status is going to be up soon.
Oh,
so whatever they have there, I can see Vince and Bruce just saying, get Ollie J on there at all costs. Past week on NXT, but yeah, Ronda is the one that's is the one that stands out. That's who we have. That's who they're ready for. And WrestleMania is not the biggest wrestling show of the year. That's the Royal Rumble. WrestleMania is the biggest show of the year. It's the biggest live event. It's selling out the biggest football stadium in the country 2 nights in a row. Make it happen. Get those asses in the seats.
Yep.
you're going Ronda, aren't you? Final answer?
Ronda.
Yeah. Wow. Help me, Ron. Help me, Ron. All right, so this is tough. Kimmy, I'll let you take it home. Welcome in Wrestling News. Thanks for checking us out. Hit that subscribe button. Good to see you as well. I want to pick Bianca again as a selfish pick from everyone in there. It makes so much. It's tough when you don't have like the cards in front of you, right? It's like, oh well, first this person has to come back, then they have to win. It makes so much sense. That's the match. I don't want to pick Ronda. I can't say it. I can't do it. I'm just not. I'll go Bianca. I think Ronda's going to come back, though.
Of the people listed, Bianca makes the most sense to me.
Yeah, I'd love to see a repeat for Bianca. That's just
Get her revenge
selfish.
for SummerSlam.
Yeah, selfish. Yeah, I'd love to. Bianca is such a show stealer, and they always kind of hold her. It's like I'm trying to convince myself right now. They always hold her back, until she gets to like WrestleMania or whatever it is, because she can go. You know what I mean? And she's awesome. We've loved Bianca for a long time. I don't need to recap all that stuff, but this is really, really tough. This is nuts. Kimmy, help me out. I'm struggling.
Hi, welcome everybody again to me. All right, not the Rollins Rumble. This match has nothing to do with Rollins. Are you saying that because I said welcome back to me?
Yeah,
do you hate me that much, Rob?
What was that? Well, that was a little. I don't know what that was, but go ahead.
Well, okay. Never coming on this show again.
Oh,
Anyway,
Promise.
so let's talk about
welcome
the
back
remaining.
to me.
Because I didn't want to say my show because I'm not taking over.
Oh, see,
anyway,
that's what I thought. I thought you were gonna say Kimmy Culture. That's what I was waiting for. Okay.
Fine. Okay, welcome back to Kimmy Culture.
There it
Let's
is.
talk some realistic stuff here and not some bogus Ronda Rousey.
Oh,
Now,
okay.
even though for my selfish school purposes, meaning that I'm doing a whole project on this, Ronda Rousey needs to come.
You better hope Ronda comes back. Your paper's gonna suck if it doesn't.
Then you have to help me come up with a different topic. Thanks. Anyway,
You're welcome.
let's talk some realistic stuff here. Alexa Bliss has yet to be announced for the Royal Rumble. Bailey has yet to be announced for the Royal Rumble. Asuka, Xia Li, Melina, and Cameron, who are now heavy rumors that they will be coming to the Royal Rumble. Dakota Kai, Cora Jade, Doudrop, if they're going to do that. Io Shirai, Lacey Evans. Sasha Banks, if she could, hurry up the recovery a little bit, because, I believe she was the automatic winner. That's what they had planned on doing. Raquel Gonzalez, Kyrie Sane has been a huge rumor because her contract with WWE is up at the end of the month. Paige, because she's been wildfire the past 2 weeks. And if they want a real surprise, so did the Bills wrestling Naomi this weekend on SmackDown. Let her do the double duty. Let her go into the Rumble too. This match.
Are any of these people winning, Kimmy?
Yes, actually.
Okay. Who's winning?
Bailey.
Cool.
It's a good pick. I'm not gonna lie.
That's it.
Yeah.
They are predicting her timetable is around this time, and they do want her to be part of the road to WrestleMania. If she comes back that night, that's a hell of a return.
If you listen to the Closet
Music?
Champion podcast episode that just dropped today, I will say I give props. Say if Sasha or Bailey is able to be in it, I really, really like them. They're not going to be in it if they don't win, and so that obviously they both won't be in it. But Bailey I think is a great pick, and I would like for that to happen. She was going to be my pick until all the Ronda news happened, and like I said, I can't avoid or I can't ignore the overwhelming odds-on favorite that she is according to Vegas. So, but I would love Bailey. I didn't mean to step over you, Kimmy. I would love Bailey.
It's a good pick.
My sports comm paper depends on Ronda coming out.
It does.
That's a good pick, Kimmy.
Oh my God, wait,
Yeah,
hold on.
please.
Can I just say one more thing?
Of course.
My professor tried to tell me that ESPN would not pick up Ronda Rousey coming out this weekend. And I was like, excuse me, they did it the last time. They covered her entire run in WWE. Thank you very much.
That would absolutely be on ESPN.
Yeah, I
I know
concur.
it would. It would be.
Go into the chat real quick, and great points, Kimmy. I think that's a solid pick. Nunez was also pushing Bailey as well. I think that's a great pick. Robert Stone, Rob, welcome into the chat, man. Ronda and Shayna, last two women, have a horsewomen friendship battle. Yeah, I was one that we should have that 4-on-4. I was saying, do it now. People are going to get hurt. People are going to get released. Now it's not happening. That's a great point. Robert also saying Sasha Banks will pull a road dog and lay in the corner for 35 minutes. That would be very interesting as well. I did want to mention, Vac brought this up to me yesterday. He thinks Raquel is going to play like that, strong woman role and have the most eliminations, that kind of role. I could see that happening as well. When I pick this stuff, I usually think of a Final Four, and right now I'm trying to think, like, who would the Final Four be? Definitely Bianca, Final Four. Definitely Ronda if she is coming back. I'm going to say Bailey, maybe an Asuka or a Sasha or something, or Charlotte. It's going to be Charlotte. There's your Final Four.
I don't think Charlotte's going to be in the final four because I think the person that eliminates Charlotte is going to be who Charlotte's eventual WrestleMania opponent's going to be.
Look at you.
And it's going to be Alexa Bliss. Alexa Bliss is going to be coming in. She will knock out Charlotte. We still have, I can't believe I'm saying this sentence. We still have unresolved Lily issues that we need to deal with. So it's a real thing. And so I think she's going to eliminate Charlotte, and I think it's going to be fairly early, and that's just going to piss Charlotte off, and that's how we're going to get going there. So I actually don't see Charlotte making it super far in this Rumble, and this is coming from the biggest Charlotte mark on your show.
Yeah.
But I want to throw that in as a bonus prediction. Charlotte gets surprise eliminated fairly early by Alexa Bliss.
I think that's a great point. Liz in the chat saying Bianca, Ronda, Charlotte, Alexa final four. I think that's a very fair final four. I think it comes down to Bianca and Ronda as your final two. That would be very interesting. I am excited for this pay-per-view, though. Thank you guys so much for making the time. Thank you, everyone in the chat, for joining us. This has been a great night. Thank you for all your predictions. Make sure that you like, follow, smash that subscribe button to the Bob Culture Podcast on Spotify, Apple Podcast, all that good stuff. YouTube, of course. Great interviews. Of course, shameless promo with Deanna Perazo, Steve Macklin, Tommy Dreamer, Jake the Snake Roberts, Jim Ross. We even interviewed a Ghostbuster, Ernie Hudson. Thank you. Great show tonight. Thank you, Michael, so much. Thank you guys so much for joining us. Please subscribe for lots more and talking about having so much more. Let's throw it to the goodest sister because I know she's got so many things to plug before she heads to Dallas for WrestleMania. Point to the sign, Kimmy.
I don't have a sign.
Draw it on the chalkboard and then point to it later.
You're telling me this at the end of the show. I could have drew it before. Anyway, so I guess I'll announce something else.
Yeah, go ahead.
So tomorrow, I'm kind of nervous for this. Tomorrow, I'm directing Riders basketball game on ESPN.
That's amazing.
Hey.
Congratulations.
I'm scared out of my mind.
You got this.
Oh, you'll be
Got
great.
this.
You'll be great.
You know, boss people
So you
around.
wanna- I do. I'm very excited for that. So if you want to check that out, they're versing Fairfield, and they're probably going to lose because Riders basketball team sucks.
Hey.
It's so true.
Okay.
I don't even care. So yay, I do that. Warriors of Wrestling.
The
you can
next
check them-
director will care.
Yeah.
You mean me the next day when I'm directing wrestling too? Like,
Stay
So
humble,
I do-
Kimmy. Stay humble.
I am. So anyway, what I was gonna put Warriors of Wrestling over. So February 12th, I won't be there, but Fandango's gonna be there. Mandy Leon's gonna be there. Sandman's gonna be there. So if you're in the Staten Island area, check that out. Baltimore Celeb Fest next week. I am back with the one and only my mentor, Maria Kanellis Bennett. That is right. We are back, guys. I am so excited. Oni Lorcan's going to be there. I'm also working with Dark Order members 5 and 10. And Daniel Garcia and 2.0. This is their first convention together, the three of them. And they're doing this really cool photo op with the three of them. And I'm so excited to be able to work that. So I'm like, hell yes. So if you're in Baltimore, please check that out because I'm really excited to go. I've never been there before. I write for the toprank.com too. So my last article was actually the Ring of Honor This Is Women's Wrestling documentary, which is absolutely amazing. It is 1 hour long. They premiered it at 7 o'clock on Ring of Honor's YouTube channel. This is insane. If you want like behind the scenes, what really goes into producing a tournament or just anything with wrestling, please check this out. And then check my review because it's actually kind of good. And then my show's coming back next week. Hold up, guys. Like, yay! I'm actually in a good mental state for once. My Royal Rumble predictions are on there with Bill Bodkin and then my partner in crime, Skylar. And I'm just saying this again. Bill and Skylar both picked Seth Rollins to win the Royal Rumble. So either way, we're at the Rollins Rumble, everybody. And you know, I review stuff, so check that out. Kimmy Talks Wrestling on YouTube. And yeah, I'm going to Dallas.
Here, point to the
Yay.
sign. Here's the sign. Point to the sign.
That is the ugliest.
All right, I tried. All right. Izzy, what up? How are you? Thank you, Kimmy. Great job tonight. Let's throw it to the Anti-Smark. Tell them where they can follow you, that you're right from the pop break, and all those delicious meats that you cook. I want to see those photos on social media, bro. Best brisket in the
And
world.
Hopefully I'll have a little something to show this Saturday.
Don't you tease me with a good time, brother.
But yeah, you can find me on Twitter at Anti-Smart, Anti-Smart with 2 capital A's, where I talk barbecue with Baron Corbin, workouts with Alexander Hammerstone, and all other assorted nonsense. You can catch me with Pop Break, where I write articles and reviews about TV, movie, music, wrestling, other assorted geekery. And just a quick PSA, if we can.
Please.
Going to those of us here in the Northeast, where all of us are based. Yeah, we're supposed to get a nasty winter storm going this weekend. Just one, it would suck if we started seeing power outages and not everybody got to see it on the same night. But more so, if you're traveling to go see this with friends, use your head. If decide whether it's worth it based on the weather conditions in your area. And when you are, please drive safely.
Yeah, very well said, man. I appreciate you saying that. I hope it's not too bad. I do want to see you, especially if you got something for us. But again,
I'm bringing the proteins. We're keto friendly at the
my guy
down in the neighborhood.
The BCP compound. Mike, I wish you could come here, but you're all the way in Detroit, man.
So far away.
Tell
away.
Tell us what you got going on over in Detroit and what you're putting out on social media.
Sure. Facebook and Twitter at Closet Champ. I'm being better at releasing podcasts for the Closet Champion podcast. You can find on Anchor, Stitcher, Spotify, Apple, all those good things. I also write for the popbreak.com. It's fairly incestuous here. We all kind of do all the same stuff. But I do Rampage reviews. I reviewed Survivor for last year. I will be reviewing Celebrity Big Brother coming up in February. So if you watch any of those trashy CBS reality shows, I'm your guy to talk to because I watch them ad nauseum. And other than that, you can also find me on any promo or anything Kimmy puts out because apparently she is obsessed with me.
Wow.
So that's where I'm at.
Not.
That's where I'm at.
First of all, can we say how he called me stupid 12 hours ago?
You call me stupid on the show. We balance out.
I have a lot of that on tape. But you guys, it's all love here on the BCP.
It's all love.
It's all love. Hashtag fight forever. And guys, enjoy the Royal Rumble. And like we always say here on the BCP, everyone stay safe, stay positive, take care of each other. We out.